Hey Paranormies! Welcome back to the light side of the paranormal. My name is Alice.
I'm Jenna. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I have no idea where this video is going to take us. We will find out. I was on TikTok and I came across a TikTok that I found very intriguing. It said, creepy things to look up at night, as in look up on Google. And it gave a couple of ideas. So I thought, I have no idea what these things are. I don't think I know anything about them. I thought we could just Google these things and see where it takes us. Cool. So I will insert that TikTok now. I don't know copyright laws. I'm horrible at that, so I left the music that it came with out of the video. It was really creepy. It was Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Yes.
Super creepy.
By Tiny Tim? Is it Tiny Tim?
Something like that. Yeah. So shout out to @facts with 2 S's. Thank you for providing us with this video that we can entertain you with. 1942 Genesee Hotel. Let's Google it.
Oh, there we go.
Popped
right
up.
Away.
Okay.
Oh.
So the first thing that we see.
Oh, hang on. Warning, please watch at your own risk. There will be the conversation of suicide being discussed. If that is triggering for you, this is your trigger warning. Please skip ahead. We will put a timestamp in the description where you can just click on that for the next part. But just a warning for you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so the first one that popped up says the 1942 Genesee, I guess, hotel suicide. The story behind the photo, which was ... Okay, so vintag.es. I'm just crediting the site. So if I click on this, oh, it's a photo. Is this the woman?
Is this falling from a building right now?
Sorry. Okay, so it says the 1942 Genesee hotel suicide. The story behind the photo, which was titled "The Despondent Divorcee."
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
I can't believe this was in the paper.
I'm paraphrasing what is being written here in this article. So a photographer was on his way back to the office from an assignment, and he took a different route than usual. He was passed by police cars when he decided to follow them. The cars pulled up to the Genesee Hotel at 530 Main Street, where the photographer noticed that a woman was sitting on a ledge outside of the 8th floor. I snatched my camera from the car and took 2 quick shots as the woman seemed to hesitate. As quickly as possible, I shoved the exposed film into the case and reached for a fresh holder. I no sooner had pulled the slide out and got set for another shot when she waved to the crowd below and pushed herself into space. Oh my goodness.
Why would he want to reach for a camera? Like, why was that his immediate response? He's a reporter. Still, like, that's such a private thing. Like, you could just write about that. You don't need photographic evidence.
That's what journalists do, I guess, right? It's a story? I don't know.
Back then, I guess.
Screams and shouts burst from the horrified onlookers as her body plummeted toward the street. I took a firm grip of myself, waited until the woman passed the 2nd or 3rd window, and then shot the photo.
Oh my gosh. And that's the photo that we just saw.
Yeah.
Where there is literally a woman just in the air, face down, falling.
I'm not going to put the photo in the video. If you want to see it, literally, Google the Genesee Hotel 1942, I think it was. It goes on to say, Ms. Miller, I guess is the woman's name, checked into the hotel under the name M. Miller and claimed she was from Chicago. She immediately went into the hotel's communal women's restroom, locked the door, and stepped out onto the ledge. She was a resident of Buffalo who lived with her sister and had checked into the hotel after telling her sister that she was traveling to Indiana to visit relatives.
Okay, so this was a premeditated decision.
I guess so. Although there's not much information on her. What is known is that her sister was absolutely shocked by her suicide. The photo, which was titled "The Despondent Divorcee," has no bias in fact, as Mary Miller was not, nor was she ever married. Why would they say that then?
Is that like clickbait?
Could you imagine? Yeah, no kidding.
Like what?
Could you imagine having taken your own life for some reason and then somebody labeling you and your reason for doing that as something totally out of the realm of what was going on in your life?
That's so disrespectful.
It's very unjustified.
To her and her family.
Yeah.
Too.
What makes her case so disturbing is that there's no known motive behind her suicide. No note was ever discovered, and she waved to the crowd immediately before ending her life. Wow, I wonder what was going through her mind.
Maybe she saw the camera being pulled out and she's like, well, if they want to show.
This photo was used in psychological studies where it was found that 96% of participants in the study did not notice Mary Miller falling to her death upon first examination of the photo. And I agree, I didn't see her in the photo on first glance. It almost looked like it was like a cardboard cutout of a showgirl. That's where my mind went.
Right.
Directly, where I was like, oh, what's this place? Is that like, it looked like a billboard almost.
Yeah, actually, I can agree with that.
Okay, so that's that. Oh gosh, so that picture there shows how high she fell.
Oh my gosh.
That's high. Because in the picture, it doesn't look
no, because
very
it's so
high.
zoomed in.
But that's not it. That's because he took the picture when she was about to hit the ground.
Right.
So that's that. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two.
Okay, Nuke. The Black Forest is a mountain range in Germany, and it's rated 4.6 stars.
Oh.
So this article is from Wandering with a Dramomaniac. Adventure travel, rediscovering nature and other cultures. Okay, and it is in a scariest forests around the world compilation. The Black Forest is a large forested mountain range in a place in Germany that I can't pronounce.
Where?
In southwest Germany. The main industry of the Black Forest is tourism. There are an extensive network of hiking and mountain bike trails in the summer and downhill and Nordic skiing in the winter. So why is it so scary? I would like to know. Many of the Brothers Grimm fairy tales are set in this forest. Very cool. Including Hansel and Gretel. Also very cool. The foliage is so dense that the sunlight rarely peeks through, making it the perfect setting for mythical creatures. Legend states that the forest is haunted by werewolves, witches, and even the devil himself. Bad children would enter the forest and were made to confess their sins to a horribly disfigured man with bulging eyes and many arms. Okay. And if the children's sins were bad enough, they were never seen again. Wow. Oh. That's really cool.
I definitely was expecting something a little creepier.
Me too. It's an interesting legend though.
Yeah. The Lost Martin Family. Okay, on wikipedia.org, Martin family disappearance. I'm going to read this right from here because that's the mood I'm in. The Martin family of Portland, Oregon, United States, disappeared on December 7th, 1958 in the Columbia River Gorge during a day trip to gather greenery for Christmas decorations. Among the missing were Kenneth Martin, 54, his wife Barbara, 48, their three daughters, Barbara, 14, Virginia, 13, and Susan, 11. The family's eldest son, Donald, was in the United States Navy and stationed in New York during the time that they vanished. Several months after their disappearance, the bodies of Susan and Virginia were discovered downstream on the shores of the Columbia River,
Whoa.
roughly 30 miles apart from each other.
Oh my gosh.
Police initially speculated the family's car may have crashed into the river, though the circumstances surrounding the event could not be fully explained. Further complicating the case was the discovery of a stolen handgun and the arrest of two ex-convicts in the area the day after the family's disappearance.
Okay.
Investigators were unable to determine if the incidents were in any way connected. The whereabouts of Kenneth, Barbara, and Barbie remain unknown, and their vehicle has never been recovered.
Even their whole car? What?
Well, if the convicts escaped, they must have taken the car, maybe? But they were arrested.
Yeah.
The family's disappearance has been described as one of the most baffling mysteries in Oregon history and sparked the greatest manhunt the state has ever undertaken at the time.
Wow.
On the evening of December 6th, Kenneth and Barbara attended a Christmas party before returning to their home. The couple had made plans for a day trip into the country for the following day. In the late morning of December 7th, Kenneth and Barbara left their home with their three daughters in their 1954 cream and red-colored Ford Country Squire station wagon. Aftermath and theories. I want to know some theories.
Okay, wait. Before we read their theories, what are your theories right off the hop?
Well, I don't know much about it, but they didn't find the car. They didn't find three of them. They only found two of them. I don't know. I don't know much about, it said there was a stolen handgun.
Right.
Where did they find that? I need more details.
I will say, I would immediately think that this was some type of alien situation.
Really? Yeah.
Except for that the two girls were found in the river.
Right.
Because if they had all just mysteriously vanished.
Yes, then yes.
Right? But yeah, just those two bodies threw that whole theory off for me. So I don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking the dad.
Oh.
For some reason.
Okay.
Let's read theories and see. Police theorized that the family may have died as a result of Kenneth crashing the vehicle into the river, while another theory held that the family had been abducted and forced off the cliffside into the river. In 1961, 3 years after the family's disappearance, a resident of Camas wrote a letter to the Oregon Journal stating that they were parked with a companion.
A companion?
In Cascade Locks on December 7th and had witnessed a vehicle proceeding under the railroad tracks leading towards the locks. Moments later, they heard screaming, but upon investigating, found nothing.
That's just weirder then.
In 1966, 8 years after the family's disappearance, the eldest son, Donald, the only surviving member of the family, inherited the family's modest estate, which had been mandated probate for 7 years. The police consistently suspected foul play in the Martins' disappearance based on the evidence of the tire tracks that indicated the family's vehicle was deliberately pushed from a cliff. Also troubling were reported sightings of the family at dusk on the north bank of the river in Washington state, while the tire tracks placed them on the south side of the river in Oregon. This would suggest that the car would have fallen over the cliff after nightfall. The arrest of the 2 convicts in the Hood River area the day after the family's disappearance for car theft was also noted, though police were unable to determine if the incidents were related. Walter Graven, a Portland detective who died in 1988, felt the family had met with foul play and that their murders would be solved once the car was discovered.
But the car was never discovered.
I guess not, yeah. The remains of Susan and Virginia remained at the Riverview Abbey Mausoleum in Portland unclaimed for over a decade after their deaths.
Wow.
What about the brother?
They just didn't come back to claim it? I don't know.
On December 30th, 1969, the urns containing the cremains were retrieved by an unknown individual.
Oh.
The girl's paternal grandmother, Margaret Martin, had died the day before, on December 29th, and the girl's cremains were claimed while funeral arrangements were being made for her. Must have been a family member in town.
Someone
or
that
something.
came into town for the funeral, like, okay, I'll take these since she didn't.
For most of the latter part of the 20th century, search efforts to recover the remaining 3 missing family members were not made. In July 1999, however, Oregonian journalist Margie Boulay had become interested in the case, organized a dive search of the Columbia River near Cascade Locks, searching for the Martins' car. The search utilized new sonar, global positioning system (GPS), and LiDAR underwater acoustic technology, but ultimately proved unsuccessful. As of 2020, the remains of Kenneth, Barbara, and Barbie remain undiscovered, and their vehicle has not been found. Wow,
That's
for a
crazy.
car to not be found?
That's crazy.
That's a big thing.
So to me, I feel like it's foul play only because of the tire tracks. It seemed like there was a setup. Like, okay, I'm going to throw them off and make them look like this is happening when really this whole other thing happened.
Yeah, seems like it. Who knows?
Yeah, but that's true. We don't know. They don't even know.
Nobody knows. That was interesting. That gave us 3 things to Google that we had never known about.
Yeah, both of us. And we're really into all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
This
very
was fun.
cool.
Something different to react to. Why not?
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little super random video. And thanks again to with 2 S's on TikTok for supplying us with these ideas to Google at night. Please make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed watching this, and don't forget to subscribe and hit your notification bell so you can get notified every single time that we upload new content.
Comment down below if you have heard of any of these and if you can elaborate more on the situations that happened, or if you grew up hearing these. Please let us know everything that you know in the comments. Sorry, I readjusted myself because I was drifting again. Please follow us on Instagram. It is TLS_paranormal. We will have that as well as our personal Instagrams in the description of this video if you'd like to follow us there. And live your life with love and light.
And keep on creeping on.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.